Hello everyone, welcome to our KMC training camp. And today we are gonna discuss some questions about counting and calculation. Some kids may think, I can't do counting. I have done this when I was small. But yeah, it's not very easy to count something. But the hard part is, can you list and count all different possible ways without missing an or repetition? That's the point. Okay, now let's see. What can we gain in today's lesson? The first question, what number is hidden behind the panda? In fact, the calculation is not difficult in this question. So the point is, can you understand the rule in the picture? You can see there are 3 circles, and between every 2 circles there is an arrow. Normally, the arrow can show us where do we start and where do we end. So both arrows points from left to right. That means we should start from the left circle. So inside the circle, there is an operation 10 plus 6 equals 16. And then we do the next step. 16 plus 8 equals 24. Then take 6 away from 24. We can get 18. Perfect. And let's continue. Then we do, okay, calculate 18 plus 8 equals 26. Finally, we just need to take 10 away from 26. Just tell me without writing it down on any paper. You can also get the answer is 16. Okay, so let's choose A as the correct answer. So you can see sometimes the question is not very hard, but the point is, can you understand what does the picture mean? What does it mean? Let's check your comprehension in the second question again. The mouse. There is a little mouse. Wants to escape from the maze. How many different paths can the mouse take without passing through the same gate? Without passing through the same gate more than once. This is the key sentence in the question. What does it mean? Let me give you an example. After the mouse passes the gate, can he return and pass through the gate again? No, he can't. So that means he can only go from left to right and he can't return again. So let's see. The easiest way to solve this question is to draw out all different ways. Let's see. After he passed the gate, then here, there are 2 different ways for him to choose. He can choose the upper way first and leave the maze. Then, let me use another color to show you another way. Here, also, if he go through this gate, he can choose another gate to leave, like this. Okay, and now let's continue. If at first he choose the lower gate, and here, yeah, he can choose the gate here and leave the maze by following the green path. And then let's continue. Yeah, if he also chooses the lower gate for the first point, and then he can choose this gate and leave the maze by following the pink path. So let's count. There are 4 different colors, and it tells us there are 4 different ways for the mouse to leave the maze. That's the easiest way to solve this question. But if we solve this question by using a logical method, how can we do that? Let's see. Here, after he begins to go, he will meet a crossroad here. He will meet a cross. And he has to choose at point 1 to go through the point 1 by going through the gate 1 or gate 2. There are 2 different choices. So at point 1, he can decide to go through gate A, gate 1, or gate 2. Then when he reach here, It's not very like the mouse. Okay, let me use the capital letter. Okay, mouse. And he also has to decide where does he go, because there are still two choices for it to choose, to pick. So at point 2, he can decide to go through gate C or gate D to leave. And let's see. So if at first he go through point A, he can decide to go gate D or go through gate C at point 2. If at first he decides to pass through gate 2, also at point 2, he can go through gate C or gate D. So see here, we can go gate 1 or gate C like this. Also, he can go gate 1 and gate D like this. And also, when if he chooses to go through gate 2 at first, he can go through C. Then, or he can go through D. Then, in this way, you can list all different possible ways here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And also you can find all the 4 possible ways for this mouse to leave the maze. But here you can see it's very clear. So what different ways can you have? And in this way you can check, have you missed or repeated any choice? So you can use this method to solve this kind of question. In fact, there are problems about enumeration. Yeah, it's professional name. Okay, and let's continue to solve the last one. This time, Zoe has 2 cards. She wrote a number on each side of both cards. And the sum of the 2 numbers on the first card is equal to the sum of the 2 numbers on the second card. The sum of the 4 numbers is 32. What could be the 2 numbers on the sides that we cannot see? You can see in the picture there are 2 cards. We can only see 2 numbers on one side, but we know the sum of the 2 numbers on each card are equal. Can you tell me what is the sum of the 2 numbers on one card? Yeah. So you just need to divide 32 by 2. You can find the sum of 2 numbers on every card. That is 16. And if we know the sum of the first card is 16, you just need to take 5 away. You can get another number. That is 11. And also, you can take 12 away from 16 to get the other number on the second card. It's 4. So, in this way, we can find the correct answer. That is option C. And if you don't know this method, at least you can use another method. For example, we know the sum of all the 4 numbers is 32, and we know 2 of them are 5 and 12. If we take these 2 away, the remaining number is 15, and it is just the sum of the other 2 numbers we cannot see. Then you just need to check all the options. Which 2 numbers can make 15 among the 5 options? The A, 7 plus 0 equals 7. No. And B, can't. C, 11 plus 4 is 15. That's C. And let's check D and E. 9 plus 2 equals 11, while 6 plus 3 equals 9. So only C can make 15. That means, in this way, you can also decide the correct answer is option C. So you see, in fact, when you are solving daily practice, I really hope you can find as many different ways as possible. So in this way, you can learn a different way of thinking, and also you can use a different way to check if you get the correct answer or not. Okay, so that's all for today's practice, and see you tomorrow. Bye.